As the Formula One circus descends upon the sun-drenched shores of Miami, a hidden storm is quietly brewing within the Ferrari garage. Beneath the glamorous surface of the Miami International Autodrome, where searing track temperatures, thick tropical humidity, and unforgiving braking demands converge to test every limit of man and machine, the Scuderia has prepared what could be one of the most intriguing technical interventions of the season so far. Tucked deep inside Lewis Hamilton's SF26 lies a radical, asymmetrical brake duct redesign, a bespoke, one-off engineering solution crafted specifically to confront the brutal thermal challenges of this Florida weekend head-on. Miami has always possessed a unique ability to expose the fragile underbelly of even the most sophisticated Formula One cars. Here, the combination of relentless stop-start sequences, heavy deceleration zones, and an atmosphere heavy with moisture creates a perfect storm for thermal degradation. Brakes that perform flawlessly in cooler European circuits can quickly spiral into chaos under these conditions. Metal parts expand, carbon discs struggle to dissipate heat efficiently, tire grip melts away, and the delicate balance between performance and reliability begins to fracture. For Ferrari, this race has loomed as a moment of truth, where the SF26's long-standing difficulties in managing brake temperatures could transform from a manageable concern into a race-ending disaster. The stakes feel particularly high for Lewis Hamilton. His signature driving style, characterized by exceptionally late braking, aggressive trail braking, and a fearless commitment to carrying speed deep into the corner, places extraordinary demands on the braking system. Hamilton does not simply slow the car down. He attacks the braking zones with precision and intensity, holding the pedal long after most drivers would have eased off, trusting the chassis to remain composed while the forces try to upset the car's balance. This approach has produced some of the most spectacular laps in modern Formula One history, but in the punishing heat and humidity of Miami, it risks becoming a double-edged sword. Without adequate thermal management, the brakes can overheat, the pedal feel can soften and become inconsistent, and the once sharp response can deteriorate into something vague and unpredictable, forcing Hamilton to compromise the very style that defines his speed. Recognizing the severity of this threat, Ferrari's engineers have refused to settle for incremental improvements or standard cooling upgrades. Instead, they have developed something far more ambitious and innovative, a completely reimagined brake duct system integrated into the front uprights. What makes this solution stand out is its deliberate asymmetry. Rather than applying identical designs to both the left and right sides of the car, the team has crafted ducts tailored to the specific characteristics of a clockwise circuit like Miami. On such layouts, the loading is inherently uneven. Certain corners punish one side of the car far more than the other, generating disproportionate heat buildup, tire stress, and brake wear. By embracing this natural imbalance instead of ignoring it, Ferrari has engineered a solution that works with the circuit's demands rather than against them. When the uprights are stripped away, the intricate details of the new design become visible. The intake scoops have been meticulously reshaped and repositioned to capture cleaner, higher quality airflow before it becomes heavily disturbed by the turbulent wake produced by the front wing. This smarter air management allows more effective cooling air to reach the brake discs and calipers, reducing the risk of hot spots and maintaining more consistent temperatures throughout the race. Inside the ducts, a complex network of carefully designed cooling vanes and channels accelerates the dissipation of heat, effectively transforming the incoming airflow into a highly efficient thermal management system that works harder and smarter than anything Ferrari has run before. Yet the true brilliance of this redesign may lie in what happens after the air has done its cooling work. A sophisticated bypass feature cleverly redirects the exhausted brake air in a way that energizes and cleans up the airflow around the front tires, one of the most aerodynamically sensitive areas of any modern Formula One car. In an era where tiny disruptions in airflow can destroy overall balance and generate unwanted drag, this ability to turn waste heat into a useful aerodynamic tool represents a rare and valuable two-for-one benefit. Better brake cooling paired with improved flow around the front axle could deliver both thermal stability and a subtle but meaningful gain in overall aerodynamic efficiency. This is far more than a simple cooling patch designed merely to prevent overheating. The new brake ducts have been developed in close collaboration with Hamilton's technical feedback, directly addressing the specific stresses his late braking style places on the car. Supporting hardware changes, Ferrari has also implemented revised brake-by-wire mapping to ensure the improved cooling translates into a noticeably cleaner, more consistent pedal feel from the very first lap all the way through to the checkered flag. Early indications from telemetry suggest the system is capable of maintaining stable braking performance even during extended race stints. When tires are worn, fuel loads have decreased, and the cumulative heat soak from Miami's demanding layout would normally begin to take its toll. If these claims hold true in the heat of battle, the implications for Ferrari's performance this weekend could be significant. In a circuit where the final sector often hinges on precise braking stability and confident corner exits rather than outright top speed, a more reliable and thermally robust braking package could unlock precious time in areas where rivals may struggle to respond. Hamilton would be able to maintain his aggressive rhythm in the braking zones without the familiar fear of degradation creeping in, potentially giving him a decisive edge during overtaking opportunities, defensive maneuvers, or late race charges. Naturally, such an aggressive and specialized solution carries its own set of risks and compromises. More complex duct geometry, larger intake areas, or altered internal pathways can introduce additional drag or disturb the critical airflow around the front wheels. Ferrari has clearly weighed these aerodynamic penalties against the expected gains in thermal management and braking consistency, deciding that the trade-off is worthwhile for this particular circuit. Their willingness to commit resources to a one-off, Miami-specific development speaks volumes about the team's mindset. They are not simply hopping to survive the Florida heat, they are actively trying to exploit it as an opportunity to steal an advantage. Beyond the immediate weekend, this brake duct redesign carries a deeper symbolic weight. It represents Ferrari's determination to finally address a recurring thermal vulnerability that has plagued recent seasons, while simultaneously using Lewis Hamilton's extensive experience and unique driving demands to steer the SF26's development in a more intelligent and targeted direction. If the new system performs as intended, it could mark an important milestone, the moment when one of the team's most dangerous weaknesses begins its transformation into a genuine competitive weapon. Miami has a long history of revealing who came prepared and who merely arrived hopping for the best. For Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton, this secretive, highly sophisticated brake duct redesign may prove to be the difference between enduring another painful lesson in thermal management and emerging from the weekend with the quiet confidence that something fundamental has finally clicked into place. If Hamilton can attack the braking zones with his trademark fearlessness, backed by stable temperatures and consistent pedal feel, the Scuderia might just send an early warning to the rest of the grid that they are ready to fight the 2026 season with renewed technical sharpness and ruthless precision. The true test, as always, will come once the lights go out and the cars plunge into the humid Florida afternoon. Only then will it become clear whether Ferrari's bold engineering gamble has paid off, or whether the Miami heat still holds one last surprise in store.